It's all in good fun right now. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burke will be along, too, from the sideline. At the United Center, Chicago fans are cheering for their Bulls. Quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And, guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Noel?
Hey, look at Noel out of Kentucky, long arms, 6'11". Got to put on some weight, got to get stronger, but his mobility, his agility, just an incredible asset for a man his size.
Steve, you mentioned the long arms, and that's not just for shot blocking now. He can get into the passing lanes, he can cause deflections, get to offensive rebounds, and he's got excellent anticipation. He does things defensively and on the glass that you love to see a guy his size do.
Now, here's Richardson, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Richardson kicks to Young. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Noel. Out to Turner. And it's off from three-point range. And here is Deng.
Well, Noel Deng, originally from South Sudan. His family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally. And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, you know, getting the ball inside early.
Well, it worked to perfection there. I like the game plan. Get it inside, force the defense to react, and then play off your big man.
Richardson, good.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
And going back to Deng, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, Basketball Without Borders, numerous charities. His parents instilled him with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Deng is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
Good point.
Well, you know, Carlos Boozer wasn't as efficient last season as we've seen in the past, and I think in large part it was due to the extended absence of Derrick Rose. He was the bailout option for the team on many occasions.
And Clark, for Boozer, you talked about his offensive efficiency. Strong, physical player, but he only averaged about, Steve, I think like 3 free throws a game last season.
Well, he's a fadeaway jump shooter. He's an excellent offensive player, pretty efficient in his scoring. But most of his post-ups end up in fadeaway jump shots, and that's why he doesn't get to the line very often.
That free throw, good from Turner.
You know, last year nobody was quite sure of the role Evan Turner would have, but as the season went on, he played his way into the rotation by earning the trust of his coach. I thought he made some good strides in his game.
Both free throws good from Turner. And Turner, the number 2 overall pick back in 2010. Clark, it seemed NBA stardom awaited, but so far, it just hasn't worked that way.
It's still on the horizon for him. You got to remember now, he's only in his 4th year. He's a terrific ball handler, rebounder, 6'7", can play the point forward position for you. The Sixers traded away Iguodala and handed him the reins, and I think sometimes you can do that prematurely. It'll be interesting to see how Evan steps into that higher expectation role now.
Here's Carter Williams after Carlos Boozer's score. Young sets a screen for Carter Williams. And the pass to Richardson. Young up top. Young left side. And Boozer with the block. Outside Rose. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Tremendous stuff from the guy.
Instead, he went to his teammate.
Rose off the pick from Boozer. And Butler, here we go. Here's no. Now here's Carter Williams. D right on him. Feeds to Young. Kicks it to Richardson. No good with the triple. The Bulls leading by 3. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. He said they'll have to do a good job moving their feet on the defensive end or they'll get dunked on all night. He told me that they are very aware of the slashers and finishers they're facing and will try to turn them into jump shooters. Let's see how successful they are, Kevin.
All right, Doris. And so here is Philadelphia. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And it's Turner off the drive. Misses from close range.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Noah dishes to Rose. It's Boozer missing. The 76ers trail by 5. Turner with it. Here's Young. That's good. Young's got his first 2 points. The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. In low to Boozer, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Carter Williams, the pass to Turner. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Now, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Philadelphia. Boozer against Young. Pass to Richardson. 5 on the clock. Right at the free throw line. Carter Williams kicks to Hawes. Second chance shot. They shoot again. And up and in it goes with the lay-in from Carter Williams.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward.
Butler on the wing. Richardson covering. And there's Boozer. That's good on the assist by Butler. 9 points for Carlos Boozer.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Richardson, good. Here's Rose. He dishes it to Butler. The feed now to Noah. Pass to Rose. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. That's good. And that's 11 points for Carlos Boozer.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. The 76ers trail by 5.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
Here's Boozer after the made shot from Carter Williams. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 5.
The stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now here's Carter Williams. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Carter Williams has got 6. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played. I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Dunleavy comes in for Carlos Boozer. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Now here's Heinrich. Here's the floater. Gibson, good, and Hinrich gets the assist. Gibson's got his first basket of the night.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, are they moving the ball right now? They look good.
Now Carter Williams, 6 points for him. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. They get a hand on it. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Butler against Anderson. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely, off target at the rim.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. So important to battle on the boards.
Now here's Anderson. And White kicks to Anderson. Sinks the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 1.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Hinrich kicks to Dang. Bulls moving the ball around. Hinrich outside. He feeds it to Dunleavy. Here's Dang. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dang's got 5.
And guys, Dang has developed into a very good shooter, especially off spot ups or maybe one dribble pull-ups. He's got range. He's developed that out to the 3-point line, but he really likes to go to that mid-range area. 1 or 2 dribbles into the paint, he'll rise up, shoot right over the top.
But you know what I like about him most, Steve? Dang is a very well-balanced player. He does a lot of good things offensively, but he's just as good at the defensive end. He's a big key to his team's tough defense.
Now Hinrich after the missed 3 from Anderson. Butler kicks to Dunleavy. Outside Dang. Puts up a 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Dang's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
And the 76ers call time here. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
And here's White after the 3 moments ago from Luol Deng. It's Anderson with the drive. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Timeout of the game called for Chicago. Butler goes in, and good on the basket. Book it.
He had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
Just 5 on the clock. Anderson can't get it to go. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Yeah, that's the right move. Get a good possession here, play defense, and get one more opportunity to score.
Here's Gibson, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. You just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Young. Evan Turner is out there with James Anderson. Then there's Richardson, and it's Noel in at the 5, down low. Chicago leading by 5. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, one of the big surprises on draft night was seeing Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, a player who'd long been talked about as the favorite to go number 1, fall all the way to number 6. And then he got traded to Philadelphia. His recovery from ACL surgery, clearly a concern for teams. But he's in a great situation in Philly and playing with a chip on his shoulder. Asked about his feelings on the teams that passed on him, he said, "I'm gonna make them pay." Kevin, we'll see.
And sometimes he takes that motivation from the doubters. A good way to motivate us. Thanks, Doris. Richardson dishes to Noel.
Nerlens Noel, 6'11", out of Kentucky, big wingspan, about 7'4". So he's a player who has a chance to be an incredible shot blocker. Of course, following in the footsteps of Anthony Davis at Kentucky.
For Philadelphia, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Noel. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rose kicks to Heinrich. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That one on Turner. And back to Noel, still very slender. The question for him has been, does he have the strength to play?
Not right now. He's got to get stronger. He's first got to recover from that ACL tear that he suffered. But if, in fact, he can get stronger, I love his motor, and I like his potential to become better as an offensive player.
There's a lot to withstand inside in the NBA.
No question about it.
Free throw drops for Rose.
You know, with Derrick Rose out, a lot of people thought the Bulls would flounder last season, guys, but they were still one of the tougher teams in all of the East, in part because the culture of toughness and next man up has been instilled in that group from its coaching staff, starting with Tom Thibodeau. I don't think this takes away anything from how great Rose is, but I think it certainly speaks to how bought in and committed to the team that every man on that roster is.
Anderson passes to Young. He kicks it to Noel. Back to Young. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 5 points. And the back of the Chicago Bulls team, you got to give a lot of credit to the culture of defense and effort that Coach Tom Thibodeau has created there, Steve.
Well, they weathered Rose's absence remarkably well. Advancing in the playoffs, giving Miami all it could handle. And you wonder, with the healthy Rose now and all these other players having developed, will Chicago?
Turner dishes to Young. Back to Turner. 5 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Anderson's shot is off.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And finished off by Noah.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Outside Turner, knocked loose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Turner's got 4 points this quarter.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
The Bulls leading by 7. Rose kicks to Heinrich. Back to Rose. The shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Anderson passes to Turner. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now here's Anderson. He's got 5. Turner with it. Now guarded by Dunleavy. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Turner.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Turner against Rose. Just 4 to shoot. But they recover it. Here's Dunleavy. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Turner against Rose. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Turner. Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And it's Rose penetrating, and there's Joakim Noah on the assist by Rose. 6 points for Joakim Noah.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
The kick out to Young. Shot clock at 6. Again, Philadelphia. Chicago leading by 3. Outside Rose. Passes it to Heinrich. Back to Rose. The dish to Boozer. Just 5 to shoot. Turner with the steal. Here's Richardson. That is good. Now
They're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
here's Boozer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, there were a bunch of problems for Philadelphia last season, and a lot of them stem from the inability to score. Problems on offense typically make it harder for you to defend effectively, but also make it tougher for you on the road, too.
Moultrie's checked in for Philadelphia. Carter Williams comes in for Jason Richardson. Second quarter. Heinrich outside. This is to Boozer. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Anderson. Now the pass to Turner. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Turner's got the lead up to 1 now for Philadelphia. And Clark, to the point you made about the 76ers, scoring was hard enough for them at home. But with 20,000 people booing you and playing on foreign rim.
I think that was the issue for Philly last year.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He wants to see his guys playing much more physically, saying, we're getting pushed around out there, and it's frankly embarrassing. Obviously, he wasn't holding back his opinion. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks. They're on a 12-4 run. It's stolen by Dang. Here's Carter Williams. He has 6. Kicks it to Moultrie. Hangs in the air. Chicago grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rose goes in low to Boozer. Dang against Anderson. Fader on the way. No luck. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And here is Carter Williams. Here's Moultrie. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the 76ers outside Boozer. Back to Rose. Goes off the pick from Boozer. Rose goes in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Rose has got
changes. That speaks for itself.
Yeah, back and forth start for sure. This game is setting up to be awfully competitive. Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Bulls have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Left side Rose can't connect from 14 feet out.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
It's Anderson with the drive. Anderson gets the screen from Moultrie. White dishes to Moultrie. Rebound by the Bulls. Dang kicks to Rose. Boozer with the screen for Rose. Anderson with the block. And they're able to recover. Dang with the bucket.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting. It's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
It's tipped. Butler with the ball. Right side Boozer. Right side Rose. Outside Butler. No one near him. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 6 points for Butler.
When Derrick Rose came into the league, he was mostly viewed as just a scoring point guard. But he's done a nice job of finding ways to boost his assist total and be more of a playmaker for his teammates. And he's done that each year he's been in the league.
Timeout called the 76ers. Well, Clark, you mentioned Rose's assist totals have climbed pretty steadily over the years. And, Steve, I know you appreciate that. With all that he can do, he's always looking for others.
And I think that's what makes him so dangerous offensively, because he can create his own shot, or for his teammates. You know, he may not be just a pure point guard, but it's not because of a lack of passing ability. He's a modern-day point guard who can do anything.
They double him with Butler. Anderson outside. Inside. Out to White.
2 minutes, 2
Down low, Turner lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Turner's got 18 points.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Here's Boozer, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Boozer's got 4. Carter Williams, the pass to Hawes. Tries to keep it alive. To the wing on the left. It's Anderson with the drive. That one goes. Count it. Anderson's got his third basket of the night.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Here's Boozer in the post. He's against Hawes, and that's a foul. Called on Spencer Hawes. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. Tipped away. 6 on the shot clock. Carter Williams with it. Working on Rose. Carter Williams with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Now here's Carter Williams. He's covered closely. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
And again, it's Carlos Boozer. Boozer's got 17.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Carter Williams dishes to Hawes. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Rose has got the ball. Butler kicks to Gibson. And it's Rose penetrating. Outside Butler. Here's Rose. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Carter Williams, no good. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls leading by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. And it's been the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Evan Turner having a fantastic game. He has 18 points and a block. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
Yeah, the passing gives the offense flow, and the free throws give you easy points, so it's been a nice night for him so far.
On the wings, Butler and Dang. Up front, Boozer and Noah. And it's Rose in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The Bulls leading by 5. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category, protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
Pass to Boozer. Rose attacking. He dishes it to Noah. Pass to Butler. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. And this team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
A look from Noah. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida, 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
And he knocks down the first one. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the offseason. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course, he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, I tell you what, you consider all the injuries the Bulls had last year, and you look at the 34-18 mark against the Eastern Conference, and it's absolutely remarkable considering what they had to go through personnel-wise.
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Noel.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Rose kicks to Butler. Here's Boozer, hits the jump hook. Boozer's got 19 points. And back to the Bulls in the East. It wasn't just one guy who stepped in the shoes of Rose or the departed Asik. Really, it was a group effort.
You know, you look at the roster last year, you kind of scratch your head and you go, how is this team going to get to the second round without Derrick Rose? But they did it with a group of role players, with a front line that was tough and nasty and rebounded well, and with great coaching, too.
Left side Rose, it's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Philadelphia on D. It's a three-point game. Noah kicks to Rose. 6 to shoot. Outside Dang. From the arc. Goes back up, and there's the lay-in. 2 points right there from Noah. Noah's got 10.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, last season it seemed there was a little back and forth between head coach Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office regarding the big minutes he gave his starters. Thibodeau said, quote, "It's never the right amount of minutes. That's the only thing I know. If a guy's not playing big minutes, it's not enough minutes. Then if a guy's playing big minutes, it's too many minutes. So you play to win. That's the whole thing. And when you're a young team, guys can handle minutes. But guys, both Dang and Noah missed significant time. Noah only playing 66 games in the regular season. Dang out through the last 7 games of the playoffs. You wonder if maybe they have a point."
They've worked to round out the roster, Doris. That should help those minutes stay down. He's off on the second.
Nerlens Noel, one of those players that has become so valuable in the NBA. Mobile defender who can get out to the perimeter, guard smaller players, but still with the ability to block shots in the paint.
And Chicago has possession. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Turner. And Dang, here we go. Knocked loose. Turner with the steal. Left side Turner. The feed to Carter Williams. He kicks it to Noel. And that is good. Noel's got 4 this quarter. And for Noel, his offensive game is a bit of a work in progress. But I know, Clark, you love his motor.
I certainly do. You know, at Kentucky, they started tracking players' heart rates during practices to measure effort. And they never had to call out Noel in that regard. He's all effort all the time.
Lock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Turner against Dang. The shot by Turner, no good.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Well, they're passing to Dang. He feeds it to Rose. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Noel. Boozer dishes to Noah. Young with the steal. Dang against Turner to the inside. Here's Carter Williams. And the rebound goes to Boozer. Boozer's got his 5th rebound in this one. Rose attacking. Rejected by Young. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Carter Williams. Back to Young. Clock at 6. Young, right side, and he gets the bucket. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Rose kicks to Butler. Boozer up top. into Noah. Rejected by Noel. Now here's Carter Williams, covered by Noah. Carter Williams, the pass to Noel. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
And Steve, we can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Dunleavy's check in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Derrick Rose. Noah with a screen on Richardson. Butler dishes to Noah. The kick outside to Butler. Passes it to Heinrich. Shot to end this cold run. And again, no good by Chicago.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
And Noel throws it down. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take.
Heinrich outside. Outside Butler. For three. Count that one. Butler's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Rejected by Heinrich. Butler against Richardson. Outside Butler. Heinrich outside. Fires the three, and he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Richardson kicks to Carter Williams. There's the dish to Young. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. Back to Heinrich. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 three-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there. I think it's fair to say that the top of the Eastern Conference has been getting tougher over the last few seasons. Unfortunately for the Sixers, they've headed the other direction. They've been going south, and part of why they were on the outside of the playoffs looking in.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And back to what you were saying, Clark, about Philadelphia going through a lot of roster changes last year. You're right, in a season where a lot of other teams in the East put it all together. Steve, bad timing for Philadelphia.
Yeah, bad timing. Roster changes and injuries, of course. I mean, the big trade for Bynum looked like it was going to be something that could help them get to the top of the East, but Bynum never played a single game for them. And so it's understandable why Philadelphia struggled.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Noel. And the foul called on Royce White. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Butler. Dishes it to Gibson. Right side Dang. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Dang's got 14.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Carter Williams off the pick from Ultra. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. 10 points for Michael Carter Williams. Chicago's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. The pass to Gibson from the baseline. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
Carter Williams, the pass to Moultrie. Feeds it to Carter Williams. Carter Williams off the pick from Hawes. Out to the right wing. And here's Anderson for three. Offensive rebound. And it's Moultrie missing.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And he gets it to go.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Carter Williams off the pick from Hawes. Carter Williams with it. He's picked up by Heinrich. Here we go, one-on-one. And slam dunk by Butler.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. The 76ers trail by 8. Moultrie setting the pick for Carter Williams. And Moultrie kicks to Carter Williams. And here's Anderson for three. The rebound by Gibson.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Butler dishes to Dunlap. Gibson inside. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Chicago lead.
And their lead continues to grow as they keep playing good, sound basketball.
Boy, they really have been executing well since halftime.
Carter Williams, the pass to Anderson. Kicks it to Carter Williams. Back to Anderson. 5 to shoot. And Gibson sends it back.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Then kicks to Dunleavy. Gibson down low. Guarded by Hawes. No good from Gibson. The 76ers trail by 10. Shot to stop the run. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Dang dishes to Butler. For three, Heinrich. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to White. Back to Anderson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And he gets it to go.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Heinrich. And that one's good. Heinrich's got the lead back up to 10 now for Chicago.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Anderson gets the screen from Hawes. Anderson with the ball. Butler covering. Over to the wing. Here's Dunleavy. Frames the 19-footer. Dunleavy's got 6 points.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 12. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Derrick Rose.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Just great assists like the one we just saw.
Here's Rose. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Carter Williams and Jay Rich in the backcourt. Evan Turner and Thaddeus Young at the forward slots. And it's Noel in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
A bit of an odd year for Kirk Heinrich, who normally is a very efficient player, but started off last season shooting way below his career norms from the floor. Ran the team pretty well, but it was kind of strange to see him shoot so poorly.
And going back to Heinrich, more of a jump shooter offensive. Sometimes that shot can come and, of course, as you know, go.
Yeah, he's not the scorer that he once was in his younger days, but the main attribute for Heinrich is his defense. Just an incredible defender, great footwork, fundamentals, anticipation, and much stronger than he looks. He can guard 1s and 2s.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, stayed pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning. Michael Carter-Williams, the rare 6'6" true point guard. Both his mother and his stepfather are high school basketball coaches, so you know he's got a really good basketball IQ. That seems to run in the family.
Both free throws good from Carter-Williams. And for Carter-Williams, unusual height for the point guard position.
Yeah, he's long. I think the main thing he'll need to do at the NBA level is really work on that outside shot. It's got a little bit of a hitch in it right now, and he's got to get that corrected, because if he does, he's got a chance to be special as a point guard.
He's quick and he is athletic.
Yep, pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
It's stolen by Rose. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity, and Heinrich gets it to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work. Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
And it's Turner off the drive. And he gets it to go. Turner's got 20 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Rose kicks to Dang. Right side, Dang. Here's Heinrich, back to Dang. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. 16 points for Luol Deng.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Richardson the pass to Carter-Williams. Outside Turner. To the middle. Nice D from Dang.
Now, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Heinrich with it. Now defended by Carter-Williams. Turner against Dang. Poked away. From 10 feet out. A reverse. And Noah with a nice bucket inside. And the Bulls lead by 18.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. They need to get the ball into the post. He made that abundantly clear. Their entry passes haven't nearly been sharp enough for him. He also urged them to drive the lane aggressively on offense, saying they won't be able to handle us if we can get bodies to the basket each and every time down the court. Gentlemen, some late-game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Heinrich outside. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose dishes to Boozer. He used that pick to perfection. Boozer's got 4 points in the quarter.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Carter Williams kicks to Richardson. Young, a screen on Heinrich. Here's Richardson. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Boozer's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Right side Rose. Rejected by Carter Williams. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Butler, he's checked in for Kirk Heinrich.
Jimmy Butler.
The 76ers trail by 20. Now Carter Williams. Down low. Here's Noel.
You look at Noel, guys. He's an athletic, bouncy, 6'11" big man with a 7'4" wingspan. It's no wonder he's been a dynamic shot blocker before he arrived in the NBA, and now it's just a matter of getting bigger and stronger.
You know, I love the fact that he's always turned up. His motor is excellent. Now, he's got to recover from that ACL injury, but I tell you what I saw of him as a shot blocker, a guy who runs the floor, rebounds both backboards, and is a pretty good passer right now, and I think will smooth out and expand his offensive game. Keep an eye on his development. He could be a very impactful player.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Some good numbers for Noel. He has 12 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Here's Noah, and he can't bank that one in. And stolen by Noel. Here's Turner. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials. People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
First free throw is good. Going back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago, it is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them and, Steve, contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
Noah once again had a really solid season, but his field goal percentage numbers dropped from where they had been the past few years. I think part of it was not having Derrick Rose on the floor, and then also he was hurt. Plantar fasciitis bothered him some, but not having Rose, I think, led to Noah forcing the issue a bit.
That free throw good from Noah. Well, and speaking of Noah, some dip into his finishing numbers. You wonder if his injuries played a part in that.
Yeah, Coach Thibodeau rode him pretty hard. A career high in minutes. In fact, second most per game among centers in the NBA last season. And we remember he had the foot injury during the playoffs. He's always had some health issues, but he's battled through them.
Are you surprised that he's become the warrior that he's become in the NBA?
Not really, Kevin. He was a winner at Florida, a guy who loved to play. He's got a lot of passion for the game.
Left side, Turner. Here's Richardson. Some solid defense from Butler.
An 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now here's Carter Williams. Tight defense on him. The shot by Turner, no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Outside Rose. Here's Boozer. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. Boozer's got 25 points.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Here's Turner, and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Bulls leading by 20. Butler goes in. Here's Boozer. Plays it up and banks it in. Boozer's got 10 points here in the second half.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Young sets a screen for Carter Williams. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
The Bulls have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And Butler, here we go. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Pass to Noel. He dishes it to Turner. Now the feed to Noel. Poke loose. Boozer passes to Rose. Turner with the steal. Leaps for it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chicago leading by 22. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Boozer inside. He's against Young, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. Outside Boozer. Knocks it loose.
That makes it 4 turnovers for him now. He's just been lazy with the ball in his hands, fellas.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Rose kicks to Butler. Outside Dang. Just 5 to shoot. Double clutches. Here's Boozer. A rebound by Noel. The 76ers trail by 20. Carter Williams dishes to Noel. Inside, Turner. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Rose passes to Boozer. Back to Rose. Outside Butler. He kicks it to Noah. Here's Turner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Turner's got 8 points in the quarter.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Butler kicks it to Noah. Rose off the pick from Noah. Rose dishes to Noah. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Noah. Looking to get it going. And there's the nice layup by Rose.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
The 76ers trail by 18, and the 76ers call time here. Gotta like what Carlos Boozer's been doing in this game.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. It's their lack of points in transition that has him mainly concerned. They need to be pushing it, he said, creating more opportunities for easy points in the fast break. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Butler against Richardson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 18. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Young. From the right block, the shot is good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Chicago calls timeout. They're leading by 16. And there's 1:45 left in the game. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth. And it's Rose penetrating into Noah. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Here's Boozer. The dish to Rose. Goes up at the stripe, and the shot is good. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Bulls.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
Chicago leading by 15. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Dang passes to Rose. Dishes to Boozer. Turner with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Boozer with the rebound.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here's Rose, guarded by Carter Williams. Rose kicks to Boozer. But he gets it back.
Snatched down the long bounce and got him another possession.
Rose dishes to Noah. Butler passes to Boozer. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
Well, Chicago has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Outside Rose. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Derek, tremendous work on the glass tonight. How important is that aspect of the game to this team?
It's huge. That's all Ted talked about, second rebounder. We crash the boards, our bigs are big at it, and when we pass it back out, we usually got the three-pointer, so it's easy basketball.
Derek, thank you so much. Guys, hard to run if you don't rebound the ball.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Carlos Boozer.
No dreams replace the old ones. The old ones.